Hi and hello everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for our yearly video on this channel where Austin and I round up our 10 favorite pieces of content we dropped over the course of the year. Austin picked 5, I picked 5. First, off the bat, a few honorable mentions that weren't necessarily the types of videos that Austin and I collaborate on, but they are as follows. We had an interview with Miles. His first interview, in fact. Nobody had interviewed this man prior to this point, and I was happy to be the first to do it, to give that musical genius a platform. I think that was pretty significant for the culture, if you ask me. Also pretty significant for the culture was Oliver Tree coming on the channel for an interview where we squashed the beef. I apologized for how he acted. He apologized for how I acted. It's all water under the bridge now. That interview, that conversation, I thought came out pretty excellent. A lot of his fans seemed pleased to see him kind of, drop the performative wall and be real, at least for a moment. And finally, also shout out to the video review reaction breakdown that Dev Lemons did of Logic reviewing one of our videos. I just wanted to say that I do think it is one of the greatest pieces of internet content of all time. So with those honorable mentions out of the way, let's get into the meat of this vid. Starting with our first pick from Austin, that would be the impossible genre quiz video we did, with Austin saying a lot of extra effort went into this video, obviously, but it was fun getting to do such a collaborative video. It went a lot better than expected to, which I would agree with. It was actually very fun shooting that video and kind of going through all the made-up genres and real genres that sound made up. Austin also did her best to make sure I didn't see the answers ahead of time while trying to, choose the multiple choice answers. But I did not cheat. I don't know why I would cheat, like on my own video. I'm going to cheat on my own video. And honestly, it's pretty funny because this was a video idea that we had been bouncing back and forth for a long time. And I've been on Austin's ass to like, come on, let's do this video. You came up with this idea. Let's actually do it. And honestly, since then, and since the positive reception to that video, I've been on Austin's ass to, come on, let's get a second one together. And now I need you guys to help in that, apparently. Okay, next content shout out in this video is the Guys We Need to Talk video, which is actually one of the most recent videos on the channel, but it's no recency bias or anything like that. It's just that I genuinely liked the angle we took with that video. It sort of started with this maybe slight music shitpost on our subreddit about this guy who seemed very socially awkward on a first date and was trying to introduce the OP to Death Grips, like right off the bat. I get it. Death Grips is cool. I love Death Grips, but not everyone does, and the time and place to bring them up just might not be the moment somebody swipes you on Tinder and you're like, do you like Death Grips? So we talked about that, my own sort of advice and experience on this matter, and it was funny, but it also kind of ended up turning into a dating advice segment slightly, and I just kind of find that topic very interesting, and it's something that I like engaging in, even if it's very rare that I actually get to do so. Next, Austin's pick here is the Big Day Theory video, which was kind of an interesting shitpost we did based off of this completely random rumor that review, for whatever reason, was green screened. Meanwhile, my others aren't, but that one, whole background, fake. I don't know why. There actually are some videos on the channel, like the recent Liturgy review, where I did actually shoot it in a different location than my typical studio, so that actually was like, shot in front of a green screen. That was long after the Chance the Rapper video, but yeah, this video was just absolutely absurd, and I do love to do a shit post or respond to a very odd topic every once in a while. Next choice from me is maybe another obvious one, and also a recent one, but yeah, it's the return of It's Food. Way way back in the day, years ago, we had done like a few random cooking segments on the channel, and I wanted to do more down the road. It didn't really pan out. I lost my focus, went on to other things. Recently, the opportunity came up to just kind of try it again, and I did it. I made some vegan pancakes, and you know what? They came out damn good, and the reception was so positive. It's something I would like to go back and do again for sure. Next pick from Austin was our Colleen Ballinger apology video, and while I'm glad we did this one, and I do agree with Austin on the pick, I felt almost pressured into this video to a degree because we don't usually talk about general YouTube drama, but so many of my fans and viewers were like hitting me up in the comments, in DMs, and so on and so forth, and just saying like, well, it's technically music. It was one of the biggest hot messes on the internet of this year. How could you ignore it? Pretty much everybody was watching that slow motion ukulele train wreck on the edge of their seat. My next pick in this video is one that wasn't necessarily one of our most popular, but it was one of the more interesting videos for me to do, and that is our This Guy Wants Me to Call Him Trash video. This songwriter slash producer had like a pretty big hit song that was spreading across the internet, especially TikTok, and he ended up getting like, you know, a little a Genius sit down segment where he kind of like explains the track and he talks about the song and his artistry and so on and so forth. At one point during the conversation and interview, he talks about wanting to be reviewed by me and maybe potentially being called trash. I decided to throw the guy a bone and review his music. However, even if it's not like necessarily for me, I couldn't really call the music that the guy makes trash. I did make some suggestions in the video as to what he could do to make his music more trash and for me to actually call it trash. Lo and behold, this is a bit of a follow-up that I think maybe some people who watched that video weren't aware of, but that dude on TikTok uploaded a song pretty much by the parameters and suggestions that I made in that video, and
a date which will live in infamy.
It was pretty unlistenable. It was trash. Next pick from Austin is Ed Sheeran should be sued list. I almost forget shooting this green screen shitpost video. It's all like a blur to me. But like I just came up with 4 or 5 songs that like are songs that Ed Sheeran ripped off, but maybe not really. There were examples that sounded kind of close, and there were others where maybe not so much. I feel like Austin picked this. Well, I know Austin picked this because of kind of the chaotic energy that you can approach a video like this with when it comes to editing, the chaotic energy I can sort of approach the video with in terms of shooting. Like I can literally just like stumble around and say and, you know, do anything or just like throw anything out there off the top of my head and kind of improvise or just like bullshit through the whole thing or just like be really fucking disingenuous. Usually Austin and I are up each other's fucking asses, like making sure every edit is good and everything that I say is like accurate and so on and so forth. We're really methodical about a great deal of the content that we put out. But then for a video like this, we can basically just like shit and piss everywhere. And maybe we should put out more videos like that in 2024. Who knows? Next pick in this list that comes from me is our Spotify Got Worse video, which not only was very well received, but you know, you could take this slot and really throw in any Spotify-based content or coverage that we did throughout the year. It was maybe not as often as it should have or could have been, but I'm a simple man of simple tastes and desires. When I get an opportunity to shake Spotify down and shit on them for being an absolutely horrible, mediocre, parasitic, blood-sucking, shit-ass company, I do it. Final pick from Austin was a very fun video for me to shoot that I came up with, and I think came by way of suggestion from a viewer, maybe over Instagram or something like that. But I was sent a bunch of government-funded music about safety. And I was like, whoa, these are bangers about like being careful with fireworks and, you know, wearing your helmet and stuff like that. The music ranged from like, you know, hip hop to reggaeton to, you know, weekend style pop. And I was like, these are amazing. These are incredible. These need a larger platform. These need to be exposed to the world. So I came on here and, reviewed some government safety bangers. Easily one of the wildest sets of songs I have heard in my life. It's Austin's pick, so obviously she got a kick out of doing the video. Yeah, it was just like a really fun video to do, cool songs to react to, very funny, very silly, but also informative. I feel like that video also served the community partially as being like a PSA. Frankly, I think the government should fund more music, about safety and maybe a range of different topics. I support it. Lastly, my pick for this video has to be the AI song review that I recently did. Over the course of this year and last, there's been so much discourse about AI music. We did quite a few videos on this topic as well, but this one over here about this terrible, shitty AI song. What's her name again? Ariana, Indiana. Ashley, Idaho. Yeah, I mean, it sounded like how you would assume an AI song would sound. Soulless, flavorless, terrible. For some reason, the singing was even out of key at some points. I don't know if they programmed the AI to be a shitty singer, but I don't know. Something was off. That's the energy this song gave on the surface. When you actually look deeper into the lyrics of the tune, what Ari Indianapolis is getting at on this track actually kind of reads like a proletarian screed. Very Red Dawn, if you know what I'm saying here. She's really taken down the town and its unjust systems of oppression. It's kind of wild, it's kind of out there, but you really got to read between the lines to get the nuances, the political nuances throughout the song. Those are our respective picks. Also, quick shout out to Austin's year-end music list on the TND site right now, which you guys can check out. That will be linked down below as well, along with all the videos that I just mentioned in case you missed any of them. And I think that is going to be that. Thank you very much for watching this video. Over here next to my head is another one you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel, of course. Give us a like, because that helps, and that would be wonderful too. And yeah, mwah. I'll see you in the next one. Anthony Fantano, forever.